He raised his glass and smiled at her like she was the only child he ever had. 200 guests, investors, board members, old family friends, crystal chandeliers burning gold over polished marble, and me, standing 3 feet away when he said it. $15 million to my successor. The future of this company. Applause. Then casually, like he was commenting on office supplies. And as for my other daughter, well, every business has overhead. Laughter, not all of them, but enough. I didn't flinch. I don't flinch. I watched my sister accept the check like a crown. Perfect posture. Perfect smile. The golden child. The COO. The heir. I was the one who built the supply chain when it collapsed in 2019. I was the one who negotiated the labor contracts during the strike. But she had the MBA, the press interviews, the polished face, and now $15 million. Overhead. I left before dessert. The brake pedal sank halfway down the hill. At first, I thought it was slick pavement. Then the car didn't slow. I remember the silence. No screaming. Just calculation, downshift, handbrake, steer into the gravel shoulder. The guardrail kissed the bumper, not hard enough to kill me, just hard enough to warn me. When the tow truck driver looked under the car, he went quiet. Line's been cut clean, he said. Not wear and tear. Cut clean. I didn't call the police, not yet, because I already knew who had the most to lose if I lived. When we were kids, she used to unplug my lamp at night so I'd miss my morning alarms. Small sabotages. Tiny erasures. She hated being second at anything. The company was the final scoreboard. I didn't accuse her. I did something better. I waited. 3 weeks later, she invited me to the executive retreat at the SEAL Range. PR optics, she said. Show unity. SEAL Range is isolated. Private roads. Corporate training facility. Security cameras everywhere because of the firearms testing. Range they operate for clients. She forgot that part. I accepted. Backstory's funny. When we were younger, she used to beg me to help her with accounting homework. I'd sit on the edge of her bed, explaining margins and leverage ratios while she nodded like she understood. She'd hug me after exams, tell me she couldn't do it without me. I believed her. At the retreat, she kept close. Too close. Offering drinks. Suggesting we take one of the SUVs out to the Overlook Road. Clear our heads, she said. I let her. The road was narrow. Steep drop to the right, wind cutting across the cliffs. She drove. Halfway up, she slowed. Looked at me. You always thought you deserved more, she said. I smiled. Deserved has nothing to do with it. She pulled over near the maintenance shed. Claimed she needed to check something in the trunk. She left the driver's door open. I watched her through the side mirror. She crouched near the rear wheel for exactly 12 seconds. When she got back in, she looked relieved. That was her mistake. She thought I hadn't requested the security audit earlier that week. She thought no one would review routine footage from a corporate training site. She thought the camera near the maintenance shed was inactive. It wasn't. I had already spoken to the head of security before the retreat. Quietly, I told him about the brake line at the party night. Gave him the mechanic's report. Asked him to flag any unusual vehicle interaction during the retreat. He respected me. I was the one who saved his department from layoffs 3 years ago. So when she tampered with the SUV, it wasn't just recorded. It was backed up. We drove down that mountain slowly. I insisted on switching seats before descending. She hesitated, then laughed it off. The brake response felt soft. Not failed, not yet, but compromised. I didn't confront her there. I waited until the final dinner of the retreat. 50 executives seated around a long wooden table, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the dark valley. My father sat at the head, still glowing from his retirement spotlight. I stood. I have something to share, I said. Short, calm, I handed the head of security a signal. The screen behind us flickered to life. Timestamp. SEAL Range, maintenance shed, clear as daylight. Her crouching. Her hand reaching under the SUV. The room went silent. Then the second clip. The brake test footage from the mechanic after my party accident. Close-up of a cleanly severed line. I didn't accuse her. I didn't need to. She stood up too quickly. Knocked over her chair. This is insane, she said. It proves nothing. But her face did. And then came the final piece. A still frame from her phone. Retrieved through corporate IT after a routine compliance sweep. I initiated the morning after the retreat. A deleted draft message to an unknown number. Tonight fixes it. She won't compete anymore. She thought the camera was off. She thought deletion meant erasure. My father looked older in that moment than he had all night. $15 million suddenly felt heavy. Security escorted her out before she finished denying it. The board met the next morning. Emergency session. Attempted vehicular sabotage against a shareholder is not good optics. Her contract was terminated by noon. Severance revoked. Shares frozen pending investigation. The press release cited ethical violations. They never mentioned my name. They didn't have to. A week later, my father came to my office. No cameras. No audience. I was wrong, he said. Not about the money. About who was overhead. I didn't ask for the $15 million. I didn't need it. The board voted me interim COO. Unanimous. Power doesn't need applause. Sometimes justice is just documentation, patience, and perfect timing. She tried to cut my brakes. I cut her future. And this time, there was no guardrail waiting for her.